Hi, this is Kirk O'Connor, and in our previous video on how to do a Backup Buddy backup, we backed up this site, and what we're going to do in this video is we're going to manually restore that to another server. So what we have done is we have prepared another server. You can see that there's no files in that server at all, and we have, in fact, we're using cPanel as the control panel, so we've logged into cPanel here. So the first thing we're going to do before restoring our backup is we're going to create a database. So down here to MySQL databases, and we're going to add a database, and that database has been created. And we're going to add a user for that database. Okay, so we're going to create that user. Now the last thing we have to do is we have to add that user to that database. Okay, so we've now added that user to that database. Now we are ready to upload our files, and for this we're going to use FileZilla. Here are the files that we produced last time. We might just make that a bit bigger for you so you can see the file names. We produced these with our backup. Here's the backup impression, and here is the tool we're going to use to restore. So what we need to do is connect to our new host, and the host is connected to via an FTP address. So we type that in, our username as well, and of course our password. And we should be able to do a quick connect and connect to that host, and you can see that we're now connected to that host. Now in cPanel, and this can change with other control panels and other hosts, this is the home directory where you want to upload these files to is public_HTML, and you can see there is a little bit in there already, which is basically the files that the server puts in there. Now we're going to drag these two files across. Okay, taking a little bit of time. You can see here down at the bottom we're being shown the status. Okay, well, we truncated that a little bit so you didn't have to sit there and wait, but you can see now there's our two files, our import buddy and our backup impression, which contains all the files in the database, and they're in that directory now. This particular tool we used was FileZilla, which is quite a common free upload program that you can get off the internet. It's very good. However, you could use lots of other alternatives, so let's just minimize that now. So we have created our database, we've put our files up. What I might just do is show you those files. We're back in cPanel for the new site, so if we go into the file manager, you'll see there are those files that we've just uploaded. So we're pretty much finished with cPanel now. So what we want to do is we want to go back to our page here. We have our ipressword16.com, and now we want to run the install script. So if we type in the name of the install script, which is importbuddy.php, and press enter, we can run our install script. Okay, we've put a password on this install script, and we'll just authenticate that. You can do that as part of the process. Okay, we're ready to go. There's a little warning saying there's a htaccess file found. That's because we've had a WordPress install in there before, so we can override that. So let's just move forward with the next step. Okay, so all the files have been fully extracted now, and we're going to move on and we're going to restore the database. It's a very quick process with Backup Buddy. Saves a lot of time and a lot of effort. Okay, here's our WordPress address. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put in the database details that we used to create the database, and that is the database name, and we called the database user the same thing. So there we go. That in fact was the password I used, so that's correct. Now down here the default is WP. What we are going to do is we're going to change that, and this is a good thing for security, as if people are trying to get into your site they would expect the default database name, so we normally change that to some different letters. You mightn't use those ones, but you get what I mean. So we're going to do a test of the database settings. Okay, success, success, success. So we are ready to continue. Okay, we've imported our database, and we're going to go to the next step. And there you go, it's completed, and now there's some temporary files created during the process, plus of course our files that we uploaded, so we're going to remove those. Okay, it's done. It's that easy. If we now go to the site, you will see that the site is now our test server that was up on ipressworded.com is now up on ipressword16.com. So there you go, a very painless restoration of a site from one server to the other. This has been Kirk O'Connor. Thank you very much for watching our video on how to manually restore a site using Backup Buddy. There will be another video that shows you how to do the whole process automatically from the site you want to back up from within their admin. So that's crazy useful if you ever need to use that. Thank you very much.